Hey guys, it's Kid from FurAndKid here, and today we're going to be learning something different. Well, we're going to be doing something different between all the videos that we have been making so far. I've been wanting to teach game development for a while now, and so today I was like, hey, let's get that started. So this is the beginning. This is where I'm going to be telling you everything that you'll be learning. You're seeing it on the screen right now. I do have to scoot the screen to the side a little bit because there is something that is cut off. Anyway, so as you can see, I am pointing out everything that we're going to be needing with these game development tutorials. First, you're going to need a photo editing program. If you don't want to pay any money or anything like that, or you don't know how to get things for free, then I would recommend GIMP. GIMP Studio. I'll put that in the description, and it's a very good program. It's easily alongside Photoshop or something like that, or you could use what is it, Paint. It's something, whatever, just get GIMP. GIMP is a very good thing. I used to work with GIMP, and overall it's pretty good. But if you can, I would recommend Photoshop, Paint Tool Sci, and a couple things. I would mostly Photoshop because that's easier when it comes to transparency and stuff like that, and you're gonna be working with that a lot when it comes to game development. And we're gonna be learning more 2D game development because I respect the 2D more than 3D. But we're gonna be doing 3D development later, so this is why I'm gonna be telling you everything that we're gonna need for 2D stuff, and later on the 3D stuff comes in. You're gonna need Game Maker Studio. It's okay. This is. We're also gonna be learning programming in C++. But for the Game Maker Studio, that's where you'll be learning basic game development, and that's where I'll be teaching you basic game development. And that way, when we start getting into the basic C++ programming, you have a pretty good understanding of game development itself, so that I don't have to actually go over it in the C++ teachings and stuff like that. You're gonna need Visual Studios. I would prefer you to get 2010 or 2012. 2012 has a little bit more, better of a UI. I love the UI in 2012. And last, you're gonna need the desire to learn more, because one thing that you should know is that when you think that something's your passion, if you have the desire to learn more of that passion, then that's it. But if you just get bored with it and don't want to do it anymore, then I would expect you to try to find something else, because I mean there are times where it'll be a little harder for you, but don't. If you're just gonna completely stop doing it, then I would recommend that you try something else. But trust me, game development isn't as hard as it sounds at first. Later on, when you get to a little bit more down in the dirty when it comes to Windows programming and stuff like that, it gets a little hard. But just expect it to get hard. And if you still want to do it, then let's go. Well, I'll be here waiting on this channel, because I can't go anywhere else because I'm a video. Anyway, what we'll be learning in order, I'm gonna be posting everything in order, is the basic game developing with Game Maker, as I said before. This is gonna be teaching you the reason why you have your photo editing program. It's gonna be teaching you basic game developing terms such as collisions and stuff like that. And it's an easier way to go about game development. And if you would like to work in Game Maker for the rest of your game development career until you get a little older and when you actually are getting into more programming and stuff like that, the programming side, then go ahead. The Game Maker has a very good policy on selling games and stuff like that, and that's why I use it a lot. Then we're going to be learning some basic C++ with Visual Studio, subject to change. It's subject to change because a lot of the basic C++, you're going to need the MingW library, and Visual Studios does not come with the MingW library. So at first we're probably going to start with like code blocks or dev C++, probably code blocks. but then we're gonna change it back to Visual Studios, because Visual Studios is where it's at, is where like the big ones are at. And hold on, and it's okay, Visual Studios is free, so no need to worry about payment. The only thing that you have to worry about payment is Game Maker Studio, and if you don't know how to get anything free, then I would prefer you to learn how to get stuff free. And in my case, if you're thinking about getting Game Maker Studios for free or anything like that, I support it and everything like that. But when you get enough money to buy it, buy the full thing. Because I'm always for supporting the people who help me out. Like, I have a lot of games that I have to say that I have ripped off, but right then and there, after I found out that I liked them, and after I had enough money to actually buy them, I bought them, and I kept them in their case because, you know, it's cool to have fresh games. Anyway, we're going off topic. But remember, if you respect your game if you respect indie game devs and actual dev companies by actually buying their games and stuff like that, then I believe that when you start making games yourself, then maybe people will think the same for you. Just saying. Karma. Anyway, Windows programming. We're gonna be learning Windows programming. Windows programming is very confusing at first, but then when you actually learn a little bit, you'll be able to catch on, and that's what we're gonna be doing. That is gonna take that's gonna be less time than the basic C++, but then again, it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle to teach and stuff like that. And then we're gonna learn some advanced video game programming, and that's a step above basic and Windows programming, so that's going to have a lot of stuff into that. And we're going to be learning all the basic, the Windows programming, and advanced video game programming with C++. With Visual Studios, because Visual Studios can get the DirectX library, and it's pretty easy to link the OpenGL and stuff like that. Then we're gonna have some extra video game development. I put an asterisk over that because maybe I'll teach Unreal Engine and Unity and more things like that, like the CryEngine. I don't even think that's out, but I'll be trying to teach those if I have enough time to do it in the first place, but don't count on it. And then we have extra video game programming with Java and Python and more. We're probably just gonna stick with Java and or Python, but I'm thinking about learning more languages anyway, so that I can teach everything, and that'll be pretty cool. And I can know everything, so that when I want a job, then I can say I know everything. Well, no, you can't say that because they'll be like, what? But so yeah, and the extra video game programming with Java and stuff like that. To be honest, Java's a lot easier and stuff like that. But I think C++ is a lot wider range, and a lot of people are going to listen to this and say, no, Java's the way to go. But guess what? That's the way that I like it, and I like C++ programming. I had to clear my throat. So that's what we're going to be doing. These game development tutorials, I'll put them out as fast as possible. The basic game development tutorials are going to be out pretty quick. But when we go down to Windows programming and advanced game programming, then it's going to be a little bit harder because I'll have to learn the material enough to teach it. I know enough for myself, but when it comes to teaching it, it'll be a little hard to do it completely. But stick with me until then, and we're going to be going off to the beginning, and hopefully you'll come out as a game developer as I am, I guess. And I'll put my website below. It's okay, you don't really have to do anything, sign into it or anything like that. I would really appreciate it, but you don't have to, because for right now it doesn't have really any games that I actually worked on for a while extensively. It only has 2 games that I have done in the past, and for stupid things. But later on, and it also gives news. Let me finish one track before I go to another one. But yeah, like it has 2 games that I have done before, blah 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 blah, and now we're going to the other track. it does have news. I do post news on that. It updates frequently whenever I have news about games that I'm making and stuff like that. That's when you'll learn, and I'll have some different forum questions and stuff like that, so you guys can learn a little bit more than just what my videos are going to be teaching you. And also I have a question and answer thing on the side of the thing, on the side of the site, where you can ask questions or give me critiques or stuff like that, or give me suggestions for my next game and stuff like that. And we'll be going like that. Questions about the material that I'm going to be teaching, stuff like that. And yeah, it'll be fine and dandy. So thank you for watching. I'll be bringing these out as fast as possible. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment on what you want to see, or to tell me what type of game engines that you want me to teach a little bit later. But remember, this is going to be a lot later than everything else. The extra video game development, 3D thing, the game engines, and the Java and Python stuff like that, that's going to be about in a year or so, because the basic game development to the advanced video game programming is going to take a really long time to teach and stuff like that. So thank you, and I will put a little bit more in my outro about why I'm doing this. So I'll leave you with this. Peace. Hey guys, I promised that I will tell you why I'm doing this game development tutorial, and I will. So I'm still looking for teachings on game development and stuff like that. It's really hard, especially now in the time that I'm living and the way that I look up stuff. And you have to read so many things and go by so many different ways of doing stuff. So personally, I just feel that video tutorials are a little bit better, because you're actually seeing the mistakes and stuff like that the people are making and stuff like that, and then you'll learn from that. And also you can ask them questions, and trust me, I will answer as fast as possible. So that's I'm looking at it before I'm making this for the ease of it, because I know the feeling of just wanting to be a game developer, or just wanting something and not being able to get it, because there's just no resources available for you to do that. So that's the reason why I'm doing this, and I just feel that it's the best way to do it. And I've been thinking about doing this for over 3 years. So I feel as though that I'm at a high enough level of learning of game development and what am I trying to say, and programming, that I'll know. Also, a side note is that I am not what am I trying to say? I am not a good artist, and we're gonna be making some games during this tutorial series, and so do not expect me to be an amazing artist, because I'm not. So I'm pretty good. I'm not bad. I'm not bad, but I'm not good. So we're not gonna be making any professional art here, unless you're a really good artist and you're a really good programmer, which I highly doubt, because, well, I don't doubt it, but it's very rare to be an artist and a programmer, because that's a tech and a performing art. But I don't even think it's performing. What am I trying to say? Visual art. Yeah, but yeah, sorry. I get off topic very easily, but yeah, that's the reason why I'm making it. I'm a bad artist, and I do need an artist for my company anyway. So if some of you are artists and you want to, help me with games and stuff like that, and then I teach you on the side with my videos, and I'll be perfectly okay with that. Just saying, because I'm not paying anybody, because I don't have enough money to do that. So yeah. Best I can do. Thank you for watching, and have peace. I guess that's my leave. Peace.